By that point, should the relationship be healthy and strong, we shouldn't need to put on the first impression suit or perform all that prep before hanging out with our partner.
Mm. When you get to a point where you can't be yourself around your mate, that's a definite red flag. Hey yo, what's happening, people? It's your boy Blaze here for Venomous Reactions, and this is a little bit different outside of my normal reactions, so I thought I'd give it to go since it popped up on my recommendeds. And this one comes from Psych to Go. 12 early signs a relationship won't last. Ooh, I think you may need more than just 12 early signs, but there's a lot of early signs that showcase that a relationship can be doomed from start. But I'm interested to see what Psych to Go has to say about this. So it should be informative, but also quite intriguing. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Few things compare to the intensity and passion felt when falling in love anew. Emotionally tinted glasses can be thick enough to let you overlook just about anything questionable about this shiny new interest. No, unfortunately, it doesn't last forever. As the
It
relationship
don't.
starts to get more serious, emotions stabilize and those overlooked things sharpen a bit in clarity. So those
That
problems
is
that arise
facts.
later on in the relationship are usually ones that were there in some form since the beginning. Not to worry.
Yeah, sometimes when you get knee deep into a relationship, like the issues that arise like later on down the line, they are there. They just become oblivious because they want the relationship to work. And it's not good to ignore those type of signs because when they get ignored, they become bigger and grandiose problems later on down the line. And trust me, you don't want that at all.
Some conflict and disagreement is normal, even healthy in a relationship. The
It
frequency and
happens.
degree of the problems determine if this is normal or a flashing red sign of an imminent end. Interested in what these signs are? Coming right up. 12 early signs your relationship might not last. 1. Your relationship is solely about the romantic pull. Romantic attraction to your partner is important in any relationship, being part of what forms a solid bond, not the entirety of it. A healthy, strong
That is
relationship
true.
also consists of having something in common with your partner other than the romance. Without any similar interests, goals, shared experiences, or any other kind of common ground to stand on, the
It
foundation
won't
is
work.
weak, with little to build on. Like the little pig with the straw house, it can collapse easily. 2.
Very
You don't like
true.
their friends. Ever heard that saying? Tell me who
Very
your friends
common.
are, and I'll tell you who you are? There's certainly some truth to that. While it's perfectly healthy and fine for you and your partner to have your own friends, a problem arises when there is an active dislike for each other's social circles. As friends act as a reflection of the person, this implies that on some level, you may not actually like the person you're with. This could be an early sign that the two of you are not well matched.
There's a fair amount of truth to that. I mean, not everybody is meant to be friends with one another. I mean, everybody has their own circle of friends. We get that. But don't try to force like the circles to come together when they don't, when they clash a lot. Because once they clash, that could cause a whole lot of friction in a relationship. I'm just saying, I've seen it happen too many times.
3. You spend too much time together.
Mm.
On the social flip side, is your partner the only person you see, to the exclusion of everyone else? Spending too much time together with your partner may eventually erode your own sense of self. Sure, saying someone is your whole world sounds romantic. However,
Of
if taken at
course.
face value, this actually implies dependence on them for your identity and happiness. This is not healthy, nor sustainable.
It really is not. I mean, I get the fact you could be in love. Nobody is excluding you from that. But I'm just saying, don't exclude people that you've known like for years just because you're in love. I mean, because once you begin to isolate yourself from people, you can give off the type of signal that, you know what, I just don't want to be around you. And that can cause a whole lot of friction in your friendships. I'm just saying, you really don't want to isolate people that's been solid with you from day one over someone that you've fallen in love with. I'm telling you, free game, free game.
4. Your relationship feels one-sided. It's one thing when your partner tells you they love you and care for you, but another when they don't show it in their actions. Do you usually start the conversation or plan your dates together? Do you feel you're giving much more than you're getting back? While relationships are definitely not competitions, both you and your partner should be doing the work to hold the relationship together. 5.
Precisely.
You feel controlled. Do you notice more and more that your opinions or decisions are constantly overridden? Or maybe a decision was made without your input, and the expectation is for you to happily follow along without a word. This may mean that your partner doesn't respect you or care about your feelings. Healthy relationships require
Facts.
mutual respect. So being in a relationship with this kind of imbalance does not bode well. This person can
It really
change this
doesn't.
by learning to value your opinion and stop being so controlling. 6. You can't be yourself around them. Yes, we've all heard and probably know that first impressions are important. We dress more carefully, put some extra shine to our smiles, and filter our personalities like an Instagram pic. So, what about the second impressions, or third, or 100th, or 200th? By that point, should the relationship be healthy and strong, we shouldn't need to put on the first impression suit or perform all that prep before hanging out with our partner.
Mm. When you get to a point where you can't be yourself around your mate, that's a definite red flag. And I hate to say it, but if you can't be yourself around your mate, then they're not the one for you. I mean, you have to feel that you could be yourself, your natural self. You don't have to put on like a facade for your partner. If they are with you because they like your genuine personality, then they're the one. But when you have to switch up your personality just to keep the relationship going, yeah, not a good look.
If you still feel like that's required in your serious relationship, this is a pretty key sign there's going to be trouble ahead. 7.
Definitely.
You don't feel accepted. Your partner feeds a constant flow of criticism to you for your perceived flaws, saying it's for the better. The critique is to change every aspect of you, from the way you dress to the way you speak. It's like they want a different person than the one in front of them. You may initially justify going along with it to
Goes back
salvage
to what
the
I said
relationship,
earlier.
but the reality is, you're sacrificing the wonderful, unique, and valuable you for a person who doesn't see your worth.
Like I said, you gotta be authentic at all costs, whether it's by yourself or in a friendship or even a relationship or marriage. If you can't be authentic around the people you're with, that just sums up the whole purpose behind the whole friendship, relationship, marriage, whatever. In that type of scenario. And once you get to that point, snip snip, gotta protect my inner peace. I can't fake myself around people. I can't.
You deserve to be treated like the gem you are, and not mistaken for a lump of coal that needs dressing up.
Facts.
8. You fight all the time. Occasional conflict handled correctly is a healthy
know people
and
that
normal
love
part of a
this.
relationship, as it helps couples understand each other's differences better. If the conflict is constant and volatile, however, especially early in the relationship, this is a clear sign of incompatibility. All the energy from the relationship is sapped from arguing, with no chance of growing closer, as most conversations turn into a screaming match. It's not healthy, and it's definitely not sustainable for a long-term relationship. 9. You don't trust each other.
Ooh,
Healthy, lasting relationships require mutual trust. Trust allows
facts.
closeness, honesty, and vulnerability to occur, which are all things that strengthen a bond. A lack of trust in a relationship isn't something that will fix itself if ignored. This can look like many things, including checking their phone on the sly or frequently calling their friends to check on them. Issues will repeatedly return to haunt you until one of these outcomes occur. You learn to trust each other, or the relationship ends since there's no room to grow.
I mean, there's no gray area with that. Like, if you can't trust each other, and that does cause a whole lot of problems later on down the line, or just pretty much just nix the relationship altogether. I mean, what's a relationship without trust? Like, who wants to go through a lifetime with someone that don't trust them? I wouldn't. And I know y'all wouldn't either. I'm just saying.
10. They're regularly mean to other people. Were you shocked when your sweet, soft spoken partner was unreasonably impatient and rude to the waiter? It's a definite cause for concern when your partner acts
Hmm.
one way towards you and another towards someone else. Do they regularly act like Jekyll and Hyde, being
It
kind to you,
happens.
then turning around and yelling at the driver, the waiter, the person in front of them in line? If the answer is yes, then you should be wary. They might simply be putting on a facade to win you over. 11. They're passive aggressive. When your partner is passive
Hmm.
aggressive towards you, it means that there's an issue with the two-way communication in your relationship. It's perfectly fine to be frustrated or upset with each other sometimes. Having open communication about it and approaching the problem constructively is a healthy response. Making
True.
backhanded comments, avoiding direct or clear communication, sarcasm, playing the victim, or holding grudges against one another isn't going to do any good for anyone. And it will be the death of your relationship if it continues. And 12.
There's a fair
The
amount of
timing
truth to
isn't
that.
right. Sometimes, no matter how much you want to be with someone, the timing just won't allow it. You might be at different stages in your
Hmm.
lives and are on different paths for the future. Maybe you're not ready yet, or you want to put your studies and career first. Perhaps you're still getting over an ex. Whatever the reason may be, if the timing of
A
it all
lot of those
just
can
isn't in
factor
your
into a
favor,
lot.
it might mean the tragic end of your relationship. Perfection is a myth, so no relationship is perfect. But there are just some things that we
Facts.
can't compromise on. We often settle for less in a relationship than we require to have a fulfilling one. So, hopefully, we're learning that our time is valuable and we'll watch out for signs like these ones to treat ourselves better. Have you seen signs like these before? What was the result?
Yep.
How did that result come about? Is there something currently happening that's similar? Share your experience in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and let's keep the relationship between you and the Psych2Go community lasting by liking, sharing, and commenting or subscribing. We'll see you soon.
Whew. I mean, everything that was just said is concrete accurate, especially when it comes to trust and being authentic with one another. And yeah, 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 pretty much social life. It can play into a lot, especially when you start to isolate yourself from your circle. To be in love. That's no way to live your life. I mean, you gotta understand the fact that people have their own set of friends, and that's cool. I mean, you gotta have a social life. Doesn't mean you have to like. You don't have to like the people they hang with, but you gotta respect it. And what they said about trust. What's a relationship without trust? A doomed one from the get go, or a relationship leading to a marriage in hell. I'm just being honest. But yeah, these 12 early signs, man, you gotta watch out for. I mean, the sooner you know, the better you can, move around and pretty much make that initial decision on to either continue the relationship or try to like build on that to make it stronger, or pretty much like I said, just nix the whole relationship altogether. But let me know what y'all think about this one. Were they right on the money with these 12 early signs? And if so, which sign stood out to you the most? Let me know down in the comment section down below. And as always, thank y'all for tuning in. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this one. And don't forget to tell your peoples across the globe. Come kick it with your boys. Just one good solid time. Like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share. And don't forget to click that bell so you don't miss a video from yours truly. And please feel free to follow me on social media right over yonder. This is your boy Blaze here saying Chuck the Deuce, and I will see y'all in the next video. I'm out.